Good evening, everyone. Thanks for clicking on to tonight's Weather Extra. It's time to start focusing in on our next storm system that will be arriving on Wednesday. It's probably midday Wednesday and extending into Thursday. Before that, though, we have a period of light snow arriving overnight tonight. It's not going to be a big deal, and tomorrow is going to end up being actually a gorgeous day. Sunny skies will return with highs in the 40s. Here's that next round of light snow actually already breaking out in northern New York, southern Ontario, and Quebec. That should be arriving here overnight. I think it moves out by about 7, 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So tomorrow we'll have developing sun. Up to 2 inches can be expected overnight. Again, this is tonight's storm system, not the one that will be arriving Wednesday. Up to 3 inches up in the mountains. Whatever accumulates overnight should pretty much melt tomorrow, I think, with highs surging into the 40s again. Now, the big story after that will be that Wednesday-Thursday storm. This one's going to be a ski season extender. We're going to be skiing through April and probably early May at this point. I think you're going to see a lot of closing dates for Maine and New Hampshire ski resorts extended after this one. The jackpot is expected over western Maine and the White Mountains of New Hampshire. I was up at Attitash and Bretton Woods this weekend. Attitash on Saturday and Bretton Woods on Sunday. Skiing was fantastic, but they're going to love the additional foot plus of snow that is expected with this storm Wednesday, Thursday. All right, here's what we know so far. Winter storm watches have been issued by the National Weather Service. They go into effect Wednesday morning, extend until Thursday. Notice this does not include the immediate coastline, coastal Cumberland, York, and Rockingham County. The reason for that, we're expecting a mix and change to sleet and rain at the coast, and that should hold our snowfall totals down a little bit there. Remember, we get a period of light snow tonight. Should be gone by tomorrow morning. Don't be surprised to see some light accumulations by the time you wake up. Things look actually fairly quiet to our west, but our storm hasn't even formed yet. It's in pieces right now. We're seeing a batch of energy up in the Pacific Northwest moving into the northern plains. At the same time, there's some moisture surging north out of the Gulf of Mexico, so the ingredients are there for a storm that will gain strength as it tracks over Cape Cod later Wednesday and into Thursday. Now, it's close enough that we're probably going to see that change in mix and change to sleet and rain at the coastline, but it's also close enough that the mountains will probably get the jackpot out of this one, and it could be the biggest snowstorm of the season for some of those mountain towns, with some spots probably getting 10 to 16 plus. There could be a few spots that get slightly higher amounts than that. All right, let's take it one step at a time. We get a round of snow tonight with that weak disturbance I just outlined. Tomorrow looks great with developing sun. Here's that storm. Again, the storm hasn't formed yet, and its track and strength is crucial in determining how much snow we get. Of course, how much mixing we get as well. Here's what we think is going to happen. Storm will be strengthening as it moves over Cape Cod and into the Gulf of Maine. This is 10 o'clock on Wednesday night. That pink and purple color is likely some sleet and rain mixing in it for coastal towns. But notice over the interior, where it stays all snow, it's really going to pile up there. And the wind will be a little bit of an issue as well. This one will be a nor'easter. We'll have a northeasterly wind, and the wind could gust at times to 40 miles per hour. So where we have a pasty, wet snow, we could see, at least have to entertain the idea of some scattered power outages. Let's start off Storm Tracker around 11 o'clock tonight. Here's that round of snow I just outlined for you. Coating to 2 for many towns up in the mountains, slightly higher amounts. 8 o'clock in the morning, we're actually seeing the snow exit eastern parts of Maine. There could be a few snow showers lingering in the mountains, but developing sun for everyone else. This is a downsloping setup, so you get a westerly wind downsloping off the mountains. That means brighter skies and milder temps. These temps may even be a few degrees too cool. I think we're going to make it into the mid-40s with plenty of melting on your Tuesday. So Tuesday, probably the nicest day of the next several. All right, let's start talking about Wednesday's storm. We'll stop this around lunchtime or so. We'll have some snow developing. Check out the temperature setup. We're a little bit above freezing, and it looks like the snow may have a hard time accumulating, at least at the onset. It's hard for snow to accumulate in March, especially during the day, so that's something we need to watch as well. At the same time, there'll be a rain-sleet line trying to make its way inland. Rain-sleet-snow line, I should say. This is 9 o'clock at night. This is the biggest question in my mind. How far inland does that mix line get? That bright color you see right there of yellow, orange, and green, that's probably plain old rain developing at the coast. That pink and purple color is likely some sleet, maybe making its way as far inland as the Sebago Lake region up to about the Lewiston area, where it stays all snow. I feel very confident saying you're going to get over a foot of snow out of this one. So I think the western mountains of Maine and the White Mountains of New Hampshire are perfectly situated for seeing a major snowstorm out of this one. 7 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, you notice the storm system pulling away. It's going to draw down colder air, and temps going to cool pretty quickly. Any leftover snow? Wintry mix will change back over to snow, and additional light accumulation should be expected on Thursday, even at the coastline. So let's take a look at snowfall accumulations now. This actually stops at about 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So our first round of snow, there it is. Many towns getting around an inch of snow out of this one. Let's fast forward this one through Wednesday now and eventually Thursday. This is run off of the RPM model. I think it's in pretty decent shape. That mix line should hold our snowfall totals down a bit at the coastline. I'm going 3 to 6 at the coast and lighter amounts down into southern York County and southern New Hampshire, 1 to 3 or 2 to 4 inches there. The jackpot, where it stays all snow, there will be spots around 10 to 16, and maybe a few areas getting plus, so over 16 inches, 17, 18 inches, certainly not out of the question for some of those areas, especially in the brighter or darker shades of red you see right there for northern Carroll County, also central Oxford County. It looks like Sunday River is involved in this as well. Carabasset Valley, you're involved in some of the heavier snowfalls. The big ski resorts in New Hampshire, you're involved in this as well. So this is going to be a ski season extender here. We're going to be skiing through April and early May at this point. So it looks pretty good. All right, snowfall accumulations. This is an early stab at numbers. And we're probably going to play with these a little bit in the coming days, so stay tuned. It all depends on how much mixing gets in here, but this is my best estimate now, 3 to 6. For Portland down through southern York County, also mid-coast Maine, you get into coastal and extreme southern York County, probably about 2 to 4 inches, or 1 to 3. The rain line's going to try to make its way in pretty quickly there. You'll get a little bit of snow on the backside, but it should be pretty light, at least additional light accumulations on Thursday. Now, from Sebago Lake up to about the Lewiston area, Brunswick points north, probably about 6 to 10, and it really ramps up from the Augusta-Waterville area back through Bridgeton perhaps. Route 2 corridor, 10 to 16. I included a plus here because I think there will be spots coming in around 17, possibly 18 inches of snow. Before that, though, nice one tomorrow. Enjoy it. Sunny skies, 40s for highs. Snow develops midday on Wednesday. It's probably going to have a hard time accumulating, at least at the onset. We'll see that change to sleet and rain at the coastline while it continues to dump for many inland towns. Then we'll change back over to light snow on Thursday. The key word there is light on Thursday. Something we haven't talked too much about is the wind. Wind could gust to 40 miles per hour. Power outages certainly could be an issue in some spots, especially where you get a pasty or wet snow. Notice the temperature setup. We're cooling off significantly on Thursday. Friday looks decent. Brighter skies returning. And then 40s return on Saturday again. So more melting to start out next weekend. There's some forecast model guidance trying to suggest another storm system grazing us late Monday into Tuesday. But we'll deal with that when the time comes. So we'll enjoy a nice one tomorrow. And we'll gear up for our next storm system on Wednesday. That's the way things look for now. We'll have an update coming up tonight at 11 on CBS 13. And also on Fox at 10. And Craig will have more updates tomorrow morning. Have a nice night.